Welcome back to Oddworld Abe's Odyssey. I'm the guy playing the video game, and tonight we're going through the Stockyard Escape. That guy's not going anywhere. I guess I'm not going anywhere either, though. So the Stockyards introduce us to two new concepts. That is, one of them being the Scrab, which is what killed the Mudakin right there. All you need to know about Scrabs at the moment is that when you chant, they loud and they will not shut up, and that as soon as they see you, they will try to kill you on sight. They do not fuck around. Do not fuck with the Scrab. Very dangerous creatures. And then we have these sensor bar things, which are pretty self-explanatory. You don't move when they touch you, and you don't get a bomb thrown into your face. They're usually not very difficult, or very simple, and all that stuff. Now, even though we're out of Rupture Farms, we still have some secret areas to go through, and I would argue that the secret areas in the stockyards are easily the hardest in the game. So, once we get past this, as far as I'm concerned, we're past the hardest part of the game already, personally. Let's see what we gotta do here. Oh no. So that's a demonstration of the viciousness of the Scrab. They really want to kill you. A lot. Luckily they can't shoot you, so you can't run away, so that's something. So how the secret works is it's basically a really long, kind of annoying run back and forth. These guys at the top, they follow you through your footsteps, and you gotta go through this little obstacle course of jumps in order to make it to the other side. Of course, since you can only carry one Mudakin, I use that word loosely, you only carry one Mudakin at a time, so you gotta go back and forth like 2-3 times. It's a little irritating, and the jumps are extremely tight. If you jump at even a second wrong, you'll probably fall off and die or get murked, or something terrible will happen to you. I had a previous recording where this took me a good 20 minutes, then I was like, I guess I shouldn't work on this because it's ridiculous. And then I did this in my first try, excluding that one demonstration of death. So go figure. Little victory song from the whistling. There you go. I was shocked. I could not believe I did that. That was something else. I apologize for the music being the way it is. The game just does that. It's supposed to be all tense and scary, but really it's just annoying to me. I do not like... The game has a dynamic soundtrack, and I want to get more into that later on, but right now when it comes to Scrabs or other enemies that trigger that song, it's just really... It doesn't do anything for me because it repeats itself so many times. We can chant here. Okay, can you stop? Can you stop? Okay, chilled out, finally. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Abe. Scrabs are rude as fuck. Luckily, that's the last one we'll see for a while. So these are fireflies, and they give you these messages if you chant around them. Maybe not the most efficient way of tutorializing you, but if it's your first time through the game, sometimes they can give you some pretty useful hints. Now we're in the stockyard proper. The stockyard very much tests your ability to sneak between shadows. There's a lot of lighting going on. Looks very nice, honestly, and the music, if you can manage to hear it when I'm not talking over it, alternates from incredibly tense with a very loud booming bass to very peaceful, a lot of people's favorite area in the game because of that. This can also the main menu music. I wonder what that red thing is up there. Oh, let's see what's here first. Oh no. We'll take care of that later. See, they shoot as soon as they see you, even though you're in a shadow. You do not mess around there. Now see, that is a different version of a depossession orb, but luckily, because it's there, it helped us discover this secret. I might want to jump immediately. There you go. So, this is, even though I was complaining about the last secret, this is probably the hardest secret in the game for me, because I'm not really sure if there's like a right way to do it. First of all, the bottom slig here, the only way I've ever been able to pass by him is by cheating. Like, I'm pretty sure that's not how you do that. I don't think you're supposed to wait till, like, you can go through the screen, but I can't think of any other way to do it because there are no shadows. Now, as you see, those two guys at the top, we gotta save them, and they're located near a timed bomb. What we're supposed to do is lead these guys away, turn on the timed bomb, and then the slig at the top will just walk into it because he's dumb. There are some problems that arise here, though. As you can see, the guy's kind of a dick. Now, he never really kills the Mudokons from beating them up. At least, I've never seen it happen. But the problem here is that when it does happen, these guys end up going out of sync, as you can see here. And what happens is that sometimes one slig will stay in one screen and then one will stay in the other. And then stuff like this happens. This makes it difficult to just kind of move around the area because you want these guys to be off the screen at the same time. But that can't happen when this guy up here won't fucking move. He won't move! So, what you might want to do, what I do at least, is to kind of game the system, so to speak. And I mean that in this way. Whenever you make any sort of noise, this slig will make a noise like that, like he'll be confused, as long as he can't see you. So what I do is I do this until this guy comes back, and then God willing, the guy on top doesn't try to beat anyone up. They'll both be off the screen at the same time. Well, okay, he beat him up once. That's not too bad. It could have been worse. And now that we have that on, perfect. Guy at the bottom doesn't even care. Won't even react to it. He's had a long day. He's heard a lot of crazy shit. He could care less. Now that that guy's gone, we can just safely do this. It's funny how there's a shadow at the top floor, considering it's completely useless. Could have been a lot more helpful at the bottom. Now, as you can see here, I can't really possess the slig at the bottom because he keeps running back and forth between screens. I get close, but there's no dice. So we're gonna have to sneak past by him again. Sometimes, when I try to possess him, he'll actually run off the ledge, but that doesn't seem to be happening this time around. A fun thing about the 2D Oddworld games is that they run in the Alive engine, and the Alive engine can be pretty jank at times. And so sometimes really unpredictable things will happen, like enemies running off ledges, or going through walls, or like shooting things they shouldn't be shooting. It kind of gives the game a little nice, fun flavor in that sense. That being said, I'm used to the PC version of the game, and this has always happened to me in the PC version. In comparison, this PlayStation version that I'm playing right now has been pretty tame. I haven't really had anything too crazy happen yet. Okay, now we gotta make sure not to die here, because if we do, then we have to do that secret all over again, which is a gigantic pain. Normally what you're supposed to do is to lead one Slig over to the right screen, and then have him be blown up by the timed bomb I just turned on. But, as you saw earlier, these guys, they're itching for a shot. They really want to shoot you. And more often than not, I usually just get shot trying to lead them out. So instead, if you can see, you can kind of wait till these guys sync up a little, and then you can just do that. It takes a little longer, but it's safer and gets much better results from me. I don't know, they're saying things at the same time, it's kind of funny. Whew. Well, that's the hardest part of the game done for me. I'm gonna remind it that we actually have to be saving people. Why? Game itself hasn't told us yet. Now, check out these black things flittering at the bottom screen. Believe it or not, these are the most dangerous enemies in the game. They are bats. Now, why are bats so bad, you may be asking? Well, bats move along a pattern, which doesn't really sound that bad, but the pattern they usually move in is designed in a way to try to kill you, or just touch you. And if a bat gets close to you at all, then you're dead. One bat bite will do Abe in, and because of that, and because of the fact that you can't really kill bats, or really avoid them most of the time, that makes them really tough to avoid, and sometimes they get put in pretty nasty spots. Now, we haven't been possessing anything for a while, so let's change that, because I need to get my fix. This guy right here, he won't be running from screen to screen. Again, make sure to always test the lookout buttons, because you really want them to work, especially in this screen down here. These guys like to beat up these Mudokons, and if you shoot while they beat up the Mudokons, like that guy almost did, then the Mudokon will get shot too, even if you say look out. It's very tricky, and I got really close to actually shooting a guy down there, so I'm glad it didn't amount to that. Now I'm actually kind of cheating here, because this isn't how you normally do this screen. Normally you're supposed to blow up mines that are below the screen here, but if you make these guys walk off this particular ledge that Abe is nearby, they won't actually fall into any mines.
Hello, follow me. Okay, follow me. Wait, okay. Okay. Hello.
And then you appreciate the soundtrack for a bit. I really like the Oddworld soundtrack. It's very atmospheric, especially compared to later entries in the series. A lot of it is either like relies a lot either on like rhythmic drums or just these really spacey sounds and synths and stuff like that. And I like it a lot. I don't really know a lot of music that is like that personally, so being able to listen to it is a treat. Being able to play through the stockyards is a treat. Ooh. That guy in the background got speared through. It's proof that Abe's not the first one to try to get out of Rupture Farms. He's not the only one who wisened up. And unfortunately, other people can't seem to be as lucky as him. Or maybe the other Slig guards weren't just as stupid back then. Maybe they were smarter, and now they're just completely dumb now. Because everyone's just walking into bombs. What's wrong with them? How does the factory even work? Now we just picked up some rocks. Rocks are a lot like bombs, except they don't blow up. That's the main difference between them. So they're safer to handle, and usually they come by in much bigger numbers. They're much more common, but they're not as destructive as regular bombs. You can't... If you throw a rock at a Slig, it won't kill the Slig. It'll just annoy it, at best. Now I didn't have to come here because I saved the guys already, but I just wanted to demonstrate what you would have done if you didn't saved them before, because now we can blow up these things by throwing the rocks through the floor. Just a little demonstration. One interesting thing, well, maybe only interesting for me, the binds between the PC version and the PlayStation version actually look different. In this version they're black and red, but in the PC version they are white and red. What's the reason for that? No idea. Right now the bats aren't going to be too much of a problem as long as you don't rush into any screen. They won't get you, they'll just kind of fly away. So again, as I've said in the last video, patience is key. And if anyone knows what that noise means, that dun 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 noise, please tell me, because I don't know what it is. I've played this game for so long, and I have no idea what that noise means. It has confused me for a very long time. One of life's greatest mysteries. I can't handle it. It drives me crazy. I can't go to sleep. Now this secret's a lot of fun for me because it relies a lot more on reflex than anything else, and it's very forgiving as far as secrets go, because you have nothing more than some simple timing puzzles, and then an opportunity for some possession. These guys, they're not really gonna investigate much more than you see here, so it's very easy to just sneak past by them. Something I like about the secret areas in this part of the game is that they're very deep interrupter farms. Like these green and yellowy areas, you don't ever really see them anywhere else in the game, so you really feel like you're kind of deep in the facility, being somewhere where you feel like you're not supposed to be. It's kind of like a foreshadowing into what the game will later look like. Anyway, as you saw there, getting rid of the sligs was no big deal. Some careful shots, everything was taken care of. And I don't know, I just really love how lighting is utilized in this game. It's fantastic. The way Abe goes between dark and being able to see him. By the way, I thought I was totally gonna die here because I didn't make the jump to the ledge, but luckily the bats were forgiving. They won't always be forgiving though. Come on. Come on. Okay, that's the message. See, sometimes it takes a little while to get through the message, but that's very useful advice, because if you see rocks falling, then you probably want to check that out. Yes, there we go. Alright, here's our last little thing for the video. This guy can trick up a lot of people, because you might think you can just do this all in one shot, but you really can't, because this slig, he turns around really fast. You don't want to mess with him. Alright, cool. We are almost home. We have passed the sneaking, shadowy parts of the stockyard escape. Next time, we will be seeing something more for the dog lovers. There will be dogs. Lots of dogs. I'm Mitroixer, and I'll see you later.